Blade Runner 2049 is renowned for its stunning visuals and meticulous sound design. Director Denis Villeneuve and his team crafted an auditory experience that enhances the story. In a key scene, Officer K, played by Ryan Gosling, searches for a missing child in an orphanage in the ruins of San Diego. The immersion comes not from just the visuals, but also from the sounds. Let's break down some of that.
Watch the car.
So right away, we're greeted with a low, distinct industrial hum. This is a signature of Blade Runner 2049. Long, droning tones that would make the world feel alive, even when nothing is happening. The wind is prominent, pushing against K as he walks. His footsteps crunch on debris, mixed in front and center in the sound design. And notice how isolated it feels. There's no music, yet it's just raw sound of the abandoned world. This scene uses the absence of city noise to create unease. In contrast, Blade Runner 1982 had a constant hum of traffic, voices, and rain. Here, the silence dominates. It makes K's journey more lonely and dangerous.
Put you outside where the sky is raining, where it's raining fire. You're in here to work. And if you're not working, I don't need you. I don't need any of...
So now we're entering the orphanage. The moment he steps inside, the entire soundscape changes. We hear the muffled voices of children, the rhythmic clacking of machinery, and a large room with reverb that tells us this is a vast, cavernous space. The most unsettling part, that these kids aren't playing or talking excitingly. Their voices are robotic, monotoned, almost synchronized with the machines. The contrast between dead silence outside and the overwhelming noise inside is intentional. It makes the orphanage feel oppressive. It's not a safe place, it's a factory. So there's three distinct layers happening here. The foreground sound, the kids talking, machines banging. The midground, K's footstep, distant murmurs. And the background, large room reverb, occasional metal creaks, and each of these is carefully mixed to create depth. Now listen to how the voices of the children pan from left to right as K walks through the space.
The nickel is for the colonial ships. Closest any of them or any of us is gonna get to that grand life off-world. And I encourage play. I do. Keeps them occupied and it makes them nimble, right?
This 3D spatial sound design makes the room feel dynamic and real. If you compare this to other sci-fi films like Star Wars, which uses orchestral scores to guide emotion, Blade Runner 2049 relies almost entirely on environmental sounds. It doesn't tell you how to feel, it lets you absorb the world naturally. Now, let's focus on the dialogue.
It's work that molds them into a child worth having. So come on now. What sword do you have in mind? Because I got all kinds.
I'm not buying.
No. This is just my game, and I play it fair. No. I mean, bigger than you. Bigger than you would try to shut me down. Bigger than you, and they were men at that.
So now, focusing in on the foreman's voice, it's rough, tired, bending to the environment rather than standing out. That's because the film doesn't overuse vocal clarity. In most Hollywood films, the dialogue is pushed forward in the mix, so we can hear every word crisply, but the voices are part of the space, competing with the background noise. Even though the foreman is speaking, we can still hear the kids working the machines clanking and the echo of their footsteps. This makes the conversation feel naturalistic. We're not watching a scripted scene, we're eavesdropping.
A little boy came through here about 30 years back. I need to see your records. Legitimate placements, private sales, everything.
Don't keep records that far back.
You don't?
I don't. Sorry. Can't help you.
You can't?
Nope.
I think you can. I think someone like you keeps a long memory. Now you can tell me what you remember. I can put a hole right here and take a look.
This scene is a perfect example of how sound design can transform a film. Instead of using a heavy score or explosion, Blade Runner 2049 builds its world through layered sound, contrast, and silence. From the barren wasteland outside to the eerie orphanage inside, every sound is carefully crafted to tell us something without saying a word. That is why the director's film stands out so much. He doesn't just use sound, he makes the sound part of the story. Thank you for watching.